Alright, what's up guys, it's Zelda back with another video. So, today I'm gonna be ranking all of the Tanorians based off of, how much I like their design. So, first off, I don't hate any Tanorians, and massive credit goes out to the builders and the modelers who made these, because, honestly, all of them look really amazing. I just like some more than others because, well, I'm a human, we all have our opinions. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, first up on the list, we have Radish, which is one of our starters. Now, I like it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I would give it like an A tier. I think it's a pretty solid design. Next up, we have its evolution, Lunaire. It looks kind of goofy, like with the big feet. He just looks a little goofy, but I would say a B tier. He's kind of funny. And then we have Gardemus. Quick disclaimer: I'm not very good at pronunciations. If you've been to my streams, you would know this. I think this design got changed a little bit. I think a lot of the starters got their final evos changed because people weren't big fans. I don't think this tier list has been updated with that. I would say maybe the updated design, I would say, is like an A tier. I like it quite a bit. Way better than the design shown here. Alright, next up we have probably my favorite of the starters, which is Chihuahua. This is definitely our first S tier. I absolutely love this design. I think it's so adorable. I love it so much. And then next we have Aquazole. Again, not very good at pronunciations, but I would also say this is an S tier. I like this one quite a bit. I think it's a really nice evolution. Next up, the thing that kind of turned me off from Chihuahua, just Spirit, which, looking at the wiki, this definitely looks quite a bit updated. But for some reason, I'm still not that big of a fan of this final evolution, which kind of saddens me because its design looks like it's based off of a kitsune from this image. And if you guys know, Kitsune is my favorite doodle in Doodle World, which, yeah. But I'm just not a big fan of this one. I don't know why. I gotta say it's like a C tier. And then next we have Charsile, which is our final starter. Now, I would give him an A tier. I think he's a funny worm. He looks pretty nice. And then we have Serpents, which, again, pretty funny worm. It looks pretty nice for an evolution. I would say A tier. I don't really got much to add here. Now, looking at this design, Ignidol, this, I would have to give it an S tier. This looks really freaking cool. This is probably my favorite of the final evolved starters, just this snake, just a snake with wings. It just looks so awesome. So that's why I think that's an S tier. And then next up, we have Notent, which is down here. I would say A tier. I like it. It's pretty nice. Alright, now we have Growlhog. Alright, looking at this, I think he looks a little silly. He kind of looks the vibes I get from him is like he tries to act tough, but in reality he just like falls on his face. Like that's kind of the vibe I get from him. But honestly, I think he has like a pretty cool design. I would give him like an A tier. And then next we have Maxno. Over here we have, alright, I think this is like a fire lion or something like that. I think it looks really nice. I'm kind of torn between like B and A tier because I don't like its design as much as like Growlhog, but yeah, I would say A tier because I think I like it quite a bit more than like something like Lunaire. And next up we have Caterpillar, which is over here. Looking at his design, yeah, I would say like an A tier. He kind of looks a little bit like a rock caterpillar, which looks kind of neat. And then Calitome actually has two different evolutions, which I think this is Calitome. The pictures aren't very clear. But it has like a light evolution and a dark evolution, which is kind of cool. So I would give them both probably B tier. There's not much design difference that I can see, but I think they both look pretty nice. And next up we have Calyreite, which I think is this one. I would honestly give this one like probably S tier. I really like the rainbow wings that it shows on the wiki. Like looking at this thing's sprite, I really like it. And then Dracula. Dracalia. God. But yeah, and then this one's like the night form. I'd give it like an A tier. I think it has a cool design, but I think I like Calyite a bit more. Which is actually like a first, because I usually prefer dark types over light types. And then next we have Bomb Beetle. Where is he? I think that's him. Yeah, that looks like him. Bomb Beetle. I really like this expression that they've used for this sprite. I think that looks pretty funny. But for where to rank him? I think B tier is probably where I would rank him. I'm just not that big of a fan of its design, but like it's just kind of alright to me. And then next we have Rootrake, which is this little guy. Yeah, honestly, I think I gotta go with B tier again. Like, his design looks pretty cool, but it's like, it just doesn't stand out to me in the same way that like the S and A tiers do, and like it just doesn't impress me as much, I think is what I'm trying to get at. And then next we have Radlil. Radlil. Help me out in the comments, chat. I'm struggling here. So this is like a Radish, I'm pretty sure. But I think the design's pretty cute. I think I would give it an A tier. I think it looks pretty nice. And then next we have Turnish. I think I gotta put him in A tier as well. He has like a pretty nice design, like just a very nice Radish design, I would say. And then Rutabash. Uh, low-key, just on name alone, I gotta give him S tier. But, like, the colors look pretty nice, and, like, it just looks like a pretty good final Evo for this. And just Rutabash is just a fire name. Props to whoever came up with that one. And then next we have Macry. So this is like, I'm guessing a macaw. Or like, it almost looks more like a blue jay to me. I'm not too sure what it's, maybe it's supposed to be based off of both, I don't know entirely, but I gotta say S tier. I like this design quite a bit. Like, it just looks really nice. And then next we have Beacon. Which, very funny pun, guys, very funny. Now we throw a little bit of peacock in here. I gotta say, like, B tier. I feel like it kind of has too much going on, because it's like, you got Macraw, which, like, sounds like macaw, and then, like, it's just mixing too many birds together. I can't keep up. And then we have Droopy, who's this funny little guy right here. I absolutely love his design. He looks a little bit like a cat with a capybara face. He's definitely going in S tier for me. Probably, honestly, like, let me honestly rank these in terms of, like, how much I like the design. Put you there. Literally, I think I like it. Nah, I like Chihuahua a little more, but Droopy, just very funny looking guy. I love him so much. And then Droopy Bara. I think we definitely know it's supposed to be based off of a capybara. I like him quite a bit as well, and like, just all of the balancing, like, he's just a funny looking guy. I think I honestly like him more than Chihuahua. Like, this so far is probably one of my favorite Tanorians. And then next we have Asteroid, which, it looks like a star. It's a very nice star design. Like, a nice pun. I'm guessing definitely a cosmic type from the pun. I would honestly give it an A tier. I think it's a pretty nice looking star design. And then we have Termitate. Yeah, I think it's Termitate. He looks like a funny little guy. I would probably have to give him B tier. Nothing really sticks out to me, but he looks like a funny guy. And then we have All Barrel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which, another funny looking guy, to be honest, but I like him a little more, so I'm gonna give him A tier. And then we have Baron Katun. Yeah, make fun of me in the comments all you want for my horrible pronunciations. But I like him quite a bit. Like, just this funny, like, dragon thing popping out of a barrel. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, those scenes in movies where, like, they just get stripped of all their clothes and have to wear, like, a barrel or something like that. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but that's kind of funny. I like him quite a bit. And then next we have Dolphib, which is this little guy right here. I think I gotta go with B tier for him. Nothing really sticks out to me. Like, he looks kind of cool, but, like, just not enough to be, like, A tier for me. And then next we have his evolution, Carpentoy, which, it kind of looks like an airplane almost. Like, from this picture, like, it kind of looks like an airplane to me. But hey, I like it quite a bit. So, I would say A tier. And then, make sure I don't mispronounce this one. Doll Fantasy. Which, like, I'm guessing is like a fantasy dolphin. Which, honestly, I think this design looks really nice. I gotta put this in S tier, like... I'm gonna order my S tier and, like, the ones I like the most. Like, I like this design quite a bit. And then next up, we have Chikrook. Funny little pirate bird. Pirate parrot, actually. But I gotta put him in A tier. He's really funny. Like, just the funny design. Just a funny robber mask. I just love him so much. And then, everybody's favorite bird. I think this was one of the ones that got made fun of a lot for the model. But Pirate. Or Parrot. Just Pirate Parrot. He's just very funny, and I love him so much. He probably goes right there in my S tier. And then... oh god. Another one that's gonna be hard to pronounce. Oritini? I think is how you pronounce that. But this is like a very cute design. I really like this quite a bit. I think I gotta go A tier for this one. And then we got Cotipus, which, I mean, this one kind of looks a bit like Perry the Platypus without the hat, but he's still a funny looking guy and I love him. And then next up we have Platagent, which this is just Perry Platypus but tall. But I love him so much. Like, he's just very... this definitely looks like a meme design, but I'm all for it. I love it. And then next up we have Crustaqua. There he is. Looking at this design, like, just the face. The face just looks so funny, and I love it so much that I gotta give him A tier. And then Cornica. This design, it looks a little bit like a moon fairy. I think A tier. I like it quite a bit. Not enough to be S tier for me, but it's a pretty nice, like, moon fairy design. Oh, here we go. Okay, so everybody knows I'm a huge sucker for cats, which is definitely going to influence the next couple of rankings. So we have Clemitten. Now, a lot of people probably think this is an overrated Tanorian. I don't care. I love him so much. He's just... everybody praise Clemitten in the comments. Just praise Clemitten. And then... Blimper. I love Blimper even more. Blimper is probably my favorite design so far. If not, maybe second favorite. But Blimp cat go burr. Is all I gotta say for that one. And then Psycaf. I'm not usually too big of a fan of cow designs, but honestly, I like this one a lot. Maybe it's just the purple, but it just looks like a really cute cow. I feel like maybe the pun is a little bit too on the nose that it's a psychic calf, but, you know, like, probably like middle of S tier, I would say. I like it quite a bit. And then next we have I Aspire. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure what bird it's based off of, but whatever bird it's based off of, I like the design. It looks pretty cool. So I would give it like an A tier. And then next we have Citron. It's just like a little lemon seed. It looks kind of cute though. I would probably give it like... no, maybe B tier. I feel like it's just a little bit too simple. And then next we have Citrine. This one kind of looks a little bit emo to me, to be honest. Just like an emo flower. And then next we have citrus, because of course we have to have, like, you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah. But honestly, the design is pretty nice. Like, it actually looks really, really nice, to be honest. I gotta give it like an A tier. Here we are. Next up, we have Kitweed. S tier. You already know my cat bias. Though, I would say it's like a little bit lower S tier, but I love me some cats. And then next we have Puffereel. This design I'm not as big a fan of, but I still gotta give it A tier. It's still pretty funny. And then of course we have Dandelion. Just a very funny dandelion pun, and it's a big lion, and lions are cats, and I love cats. So yeah, right up there behind Clemitten. And then next we have USB. Very funny, Lucky. Very funny. But where do I rank him? I gotta say A tier. Like, just the pun is pretty funny, the design is pretty solid, and then we have Wasp. I think it's supposed to be like Watt and Wasp, but we know my track record with pronouncing things. But honestly, I really like the design. Like, I honestly gotta give it like bottom of S tier, because it just has a really nice design to me. And then next up, we have Cheeruft, which looks like a medic type. Like, it looks like it's like a medic assistant or something like that. I'm a little torn between, I'm a little torn between like A and B tier. Cause like, nah, we'll put it at A tier. I think I like it quite a bit more than anything in the B tier. And then next we have Staggerai. I think I gotta go like B tier. I'm just not too impressed with this design. But next we have Dynastogan. Obviously like a shogun. Which, it looks like this thing has two forms actually, which I think I'd rank this form. Oh wait, where am I putting this? Holy. I would honestly rank this form like S tier and this one like A. Like, I like this form quite a bit, but this one is just like, I don't know, just a little boring, but it's still cool. And then next we have Chincini, which is like a cute mouse. I would give it like A tier. It's a cute mouse, I would say. And then Mysticade. I would also give this like an A tier. We got a lot of A tiers, to be honest. I mean, but like I said, there's really no designs that I hate. But yeah, I would say like A tier, like, or actually no, wait, never mind. It's trans flag colors, therefore it automatically goes to S tier. Trans bias. Alright, now we got Fordrake. This one seems to be a pretty fan favorite, and honestly, I like it quite a bit too. Like yeah, like a dragon type. Like, it just looks really cool. I would say probably like ahead of Mysticade in S tier. Next up, Chromeleon. Another S tier. I love Chromelian's design so much, and I love how it's like basically Doodle World's, or oh my god, it's basically Tales of Tanario's Kaleidoskunk, where it has a bunch of different forms. It just, and all of the forms I've seen so far look really awesome. And then next we have Cash Room. I gotta give this one like a B tier. I'm not that impressed with the design. It just looks a little meh to me. And then up next is Pop It In, which is like, it's like a robot dog. I think it's like, it kind of looks like a cyber dog, like kind of like those cyber like furry heads you see on the catalog. But I like it. It looks pretty cool. I gotta give it like A tier. Next we have Palados. Another A tier, I would say. And then this one's another form change, but this is Palados, but I like it. I like it more than the other one. Oh, here we are. The GOAT. The GOAT of the game. Drippo. Everybody loves Drippo. If you don't love Drippo, you are not a true Tales of Tanorio fan. Everybody still praise Clement, but praise Drippo even more. Drippo is the GOAT. And then next up we have Perlazy, which I'm pretty sure is this one. The wiki doesn't have a great screenshot, but honestly, first cat design I'm not that big of a fan of. Like, I still think it's like A tier, but it's like, it just doesn't match up to like Clement and Blimp or Dandelion or Kitweed, Dandelion. And then next up, I think the wiki might be missing one because it mentions an evolution called Tarogar, but that must have gotten leaked after this was updated because it was last updated a couple months ago. But for Tarogar, I'll try and put a picture on the screen. But honestly, I think I would rank that S tier. It's like a cyberpunk-like cat, and I like it quite a bit. I'll probably put it like, probably in between these two. And next up we have Snoloth. I think I gotta say B tier. I'm just not that big of a fan. Like, it just looks, it kind of just looks like it's missing something to me. And then Juvalazy. I think I give it like an A tier. It's just very it's kind of expressive, like just very lazy. I still think the design is a little bit bland, but I like it. And then next up, Snowkicked. I love this design so much. Like, genuinely, like, this is just such a cute design. It's gotta go right there in S tier. Next up, Racold. Yeah, I gotta put this in like S tier as well. Like, it just looks, it just looks so cute, and I just love it so much. And then Tanukice. If you've been in the Discord, you'll know that there's a meme of Tanukice will not ball, but oh, he definitely ball. I love him quite a bit. This entire line is just S tier. It's just perfection. And then Eliglow. Oh, it's just a very cute elephant design. I gotta put it in like A tier. Definitely not cute enough for me to be, or actually not, I would say bottom of S tier for me. I like it quite a bit more than like anything in like A tier. But next up we have Mama Tundra. Honestly, I also gotta put this in like bottom of S tier. Like, it just looks too cool for me to not. And then next up we have Raptini, which he looks pretty cool. I gotta put him in like A tier. Alright, so next up we have Necome, which I would probably gotta say it's like an A tier. I think it's a pretty nice design. Looks like a digital cap balloon type thing. And then next up we have Necron, which I think this is another A tier. I think it just looks pretty cute. And then up next is Necron Soul, which I definitely would have to say is an S tier. I think this one looks really awesome and just really cool, like a digital like pop star cat maybe. And then these two, which I don't think have names because I've looked for like about an hour. I've spent like an hour just trying to research these and I cannot find a single name for either one of these. If you do have the name for them, let me know in the comments below, but this one looks kind of like maybe an evolution of Chameleon, like a baby Evo maybe, but I would say it's like an A tier. It looks pretty cool from what I can see of it. And then this like wheel thing, I would say like bottom of S tier. I think it looks pretty nice. I like it. But anyways, that's the final tier list. If you guys enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that fun stuff below. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I make another video.